I'll build more if I need to. I will need to eventually, but right now this is enough. I think I have enough super alloys. This works just like the water extractor does. It'll extract hydrogen over time. It probably will have other gases as the game progresses, but right now it also creates 13 picokelvins of heat per second, but that's less important. What is important is that it extracts specific gases. So that's gonna have hydrogen being extracted for me. Right, so what's next? So we would need mutagen and bacteria sample. Bacteria sample is simple enough, that's just algae and water, but the mutagen sample needs a hydrogen and a bacteria sample and sulfur. So let's go make 2 bacteria samples, shall we? I'll need 6 algae for it. And 6 water. Two bacteria samples, and then for mutagen sample I would need hydrogen and sulfur. Sulfur, I think I actually have a chunk of sulfur left somewhere. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I just need some mutagen. Well, hydrogen, so I can make the mutagen. It's gonna take a while for this to extract anything though. Unfortunately, you can't really see the progress anywhere, so we don't know how long it's gonna take. Oh, there it is, methane cartridge. Why do you remember it as being hydrogen? It's extracting methane and not hydrogen. And that makes sense, methane is used for organic compounds. I don't know why I remember it differently. Okay, so I think that also what I need is an arbor seed. And of course I will need 2 alloys and a rocket engine. Okay, and a rocket engine will also need an alloy. There is an alloy here, so I can at least make the rocket engine. I remember where to put all the iridium rods. Now I just need 2... Okay, 2 iron and 2 cobalt. I'm not sure if zeolite exists as an element. I think that one might have been made up for the game. But then again, I don't know the periodic table by heart, so I could be wrong. Consider how many elements exist and how many alloys and mixtures exist. I would not be surprised if zeolite actually does exist and I just never heard of it. Until a couple of years ago, I never knew that things like osmium exist. And I was sure that titanium was a man-made alloy and not a naturally existing mineral. You learn while you live. Okay, so I think I got everything. It's gonna increase our oxygen multiplier by 1000%. I think 12 rockets of each type is optimal. After that, it just isn't worth building it because of how the multipliers work. Because multiplying 1.0 isn't exactly the same as multiplying 0.1. So 1000% of 0.1, of course, the same as 1000% of 1.0. Okay. Again, this is just gonna make everything green, I believe. Or something. Not even that. Oh, it makes everything blue. Wonderful. So you don't get any asteroids with the seed spreader and with the... this. Oh, it's not blue, it's also green. So the biomass rocket and the oxygen rocket do exactly the same thing. Except that the multiplier is different. One multiplies oxygen, the other one multiplies biomass. That has significantly increased the production of oxygen though. And the heat is also going along nicely. We're still in parts per billion range. We would like to go in parts per million. At the tier 2 ore extractor, so pretty soon I'll be able to mine osmium. We're on 6% of trees, and as you can see, there are no hints of trees growing anywhere. Of course, I might be wrong, but in my other playthrough I got to the insect stage and there was not a single tree, so unless I missed something, it might just not be in the game yet. But we do have a moment now, so let me show you how other part of the map looks like, specifically that warp gate that crashed over there. Oh, there's more zeolite, so let's pick that up a moment. I'm gonna pick up all the zeolite I see so I don't have to hunt for it later when I need it. It is a limited resource and you can't mine it, so might as well pick it up whenever I see it. Oh, I think I made a wrong turn somewhere. Yeah, I made a wrong turn. But this is also looking very nicely. This is the canyon, of course. As far as I know, there are no derelicts there, except for that fighter, which we got one of the blueprints from. Archway should be over there. looks mighty different than from the last time we were here, doesn't it? Now covered in greenery. Now I still don't know if this warp gate was actually in space and it crashed to the planet, or it was actually on the planet and it just collapsed. From the description and the message, it would appear that it was in space and it crashed after a ship crashed into it. Might have been a battleship, I don't know. It's not a battleship, a large ship. Although the survivor from the large ship said that they don't know why they crashed. The ship crashed for unknown reasons. And another message said that plenty of ships crashed on this planet and we've seen a bunch of derelicts. Most of them for unknown reasons. Why am I going this way? There is also a key somewhere around here. I think with osmium in it. There's the ore extractor tier 2. It's time to go set up that osmium mine I've been talking about. Value. It's interesting how your view changes as you play. Early game you're like, oh my god, everything is valuable, give me everything, and then late game you're like, this is junk, I don't need this. Early game, every chunk of iridium is extremely valuable, and then late game, oh look, more iridium, I don't need that. Check the power level because that ore extractor is kind of a beefy sucker. 103. Not enough. 164 is what this takes. I guess we'll make another uranium rocket. And that means more alloys, so let's see, I'll need 3 more alloys. I really like this music, by the way. It will get more appropriate for a shooter game, but it's a very good tune. But I have to remember the name of the song to save it for later. Oh, I don't actually have iron. Okay, I think magnesium, iron. And of course, cobalt as usual. Probably also get back to base and eat something. There's probably space food in this crate. There isn't. There's a couple of seeds. We're almost at 1,000 MTI. Which is very abstract and I don't know what it means. So, for a rocket engine, I also need... Well, I will need an iridium rod for one. Actually getting low on iridium. Something I need to consider. But I make an iridium rocket first then. Water filter! I can actually drink directly from lakes with that piece of equipment. Okay. I should probably make an iridium rocket first because I think I am getting low on iridium. Yes, I am. Very low. Also low on uranium. But yeah, and I need uranium for the power plant. So yeah, iridium first. Let's bring down an iridium rocket. Now the reason why I'm not going for the cave, again, multipliers. I want them stacking up. Okay, for iridium I need silicone. 3 pieces of silicone for iridium, I believe. Should be it. I think the cobalt is for a uranium rocket and silicone for iridium rocket. Yeah, and it also gives a multiplier, so let's do that. Bring me iridium from the sky, rocket. Oh, I actually need to launch the rocket, yeah. If you don't press the button, the rocket won't go anywhere. Come to me. This one's going to the water. Almost. Close to the base. Side, which is close to the base as well. Where are you falling? Close to me. And that's it. Yep. Time to start collecting. here. One of them crashed into the cliffside, but I didn't think anything fell on the ground. Oh, it did. It did. Excellent. Once I set up those drillers, I will no longer need to send for iridium, and there's another zoolite I missed. Seriously, I just sent down. It's just a sandstone. Someone fell in the water, if I'm not mistaken. Crashed into the base. Yes, it did. But of course, it's all piled up together and I can't reach anything, nor can I see any of them. Oh, I could. I am correcting myself, I can see two of them. Didn't see any others. Crash over here somewhere? No, it doesn't seem like it, but I think one at least crashed into the water. Yes, it did. Okay, so now we got the iridium. I can actually make the second rocket, which will be for uranium. Once I restock on uranium, we can make the extractors. Perfect. Just enough. But of course, first we'll need more alloys. More battery resources first. Just taking the rest. Perfect. 4. Got 4 out of that load. Good thing I got this cobalt because I'll need it. Get rockets. Bring me stuff, rocket. Okay, Vic. I'm actually free tomorrow, so have fun in the office tomorrow. Into the cliffside. Nope. Into the water. Let's into the base. Again, going very close to me. Okay, not sure why you all like this position so much. Okay, I can't pick this one up because it's under the rock. Wasn't there more that fell somewhere around here? There was. Probably more. There you are. Pick up the ones that fell over there. One crashed into the base, I believe. That's a medium chunk. Or pick it up. Else fell here? Yes, it did. Now, at least one or two fell into the water. Indeed. See those green blobs?